Hello, Jagdish. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
You can start your camera.
Okay. Am I visible?
Yes, sir. Can you tell me about yourself?
Yes, madam. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Jagdish Pandey, and from last 1 year, I have been working as a front-end Angular developer at OSSS Consultancy Services. And my strengths are I'm a curious, adaptive, and family person. And my weaknesses are I hesitate to ask for the help, and sometimes I scroll internet too much.
Okay. How much experience do you have in Angular?
Basically, I have 1 year of experience.
Okay. How much will you rate yourself within the range of 1 to 10 for JavaScript and Angular?
For JavaScript, I would rate 3.5. In Angular, I would rate myself 3.
Okay. Why are you leaving your current organization?
There is no such reason to leave my organization. It is a good organization, but for my personal reasons, I'm leaving, and for great opportunities and for learning purposes. The project which was I was working on, that project is now completed, and the bug fixation is going on right now, and I'm working as a support. So that's why I'm looking for new projects and new company.
Okay. First, we will start with JavaScript.
Okay.
How many type of data types we have?
There are basically two types of data types: primitive and non-primitive. And primitive holds reference, non-primitive holds value. Primitive and yes, primitive we have number, string, boolean. Uh, uh, yes, and in non-primitive we have object, array.
Okay. What is mean by scope?
A scope, it is the availability and accessibility of the variable.
Do you know its types?
What?
Do you know the type of scope?
Yes, there are two types of scope. There is a block scope and global scope.
Okay. What is the difference between equal to and strictly equal to?
Basically, double equal to and triple equal, there is no such difference, but in double equals to it checks only value, whereas triple equals to checks value as well as data type.
Okay. What is the difference between slice and splice?
Slice and splice. So slice, we can use slice method on array as well as string, but splice we can use only on the array. And in slice, the first value, slice accepts two, first only one value as well as two values, and in splice we can pass three values. First is the index number, second is the how many characters we want to delete, and third, how many elements we want to add. In slice we cannot add elements, we can cut the array. Basically we use slice to cut the array or a string. And if the first number is greater than the second number, then in slice it swaps the number.
Okay. What is mean by closure?
Closure, it is a concept in JavaScript. Closure, it is a function which with a lexical scope.
What is a lexical scope?
uh, Lexical scope means it is a scope of its parent. Yes.
What is a currying function?
Currying function. Currying function means a function. Uh, can I show you what with one example? Currying function.
Okay, you can start screen sharing.
Is it visible?
Yes.
So currying function basically, suppose we have function. function addition. Here we have one value a. Suppose here we are returning addition b. And basically, in curring function, it accepts multiple arguments and do addition like addition b, addition c, return plus b plus c. Addition, we can pass here like a plus I'm sorry, but I know that like this it works curring.
Curring function accept multiple parameters and
Yes.
convert it into a single function.
Yes, it accepts multiple parameters.
Okay, I'll leave it. What is meant by pure function?
Uh, Pure function means it don't accept any parameters.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, what is meant by DOM?
DOM means it is a document object model. It is tree-like structure.
Okay, what is the difference between let, var, and const?
Let, var, and const. Basically, var is present in JavaScript. In let and const, it is introduced in ES6. Uh, Var it creates a global scope, and whereas let and const create a block scope. Hoisting in var, let, and const hoisting is possible, whereas in hoisting the error message in var is undefined, and whereas in const and let it showed we cannot access that variable before initialization. Yes, these are the differences.
What is meant by ify?
If we means immediately invoke function expression, basically. If we as soon as we declare a function, we have to call that function.
Can you show me the example of ify?
Okay. Basically, function add see, this is the example of if we
Show me the Hello, your screen is stuck.
Is it visible now?
Yes, yes.
It's not different. I haven't used it rare. I haven't used it, but I know that this is the type. As soon as we declare a function, we have to call it.
We need to call it at 34 line number, na? Add parentheses
Ah, yes, yes.
outside that. No, means we can add parentheses here, 36. Only parentheses. You can check console something in line number 32 and we can add parentheses.
Where?
At line number 32, remove that return. You can check something in console. Hello,
Ah, yes. Hello.
like that. Remove that parameter from your list. Okay. At line number 32, console. Hello. Remove the means a plus b from there as well as 30, at 35 number.
No addition. It is not showing.
Remove that add and only add parentheses at line number 35. Remove that one. Yes. And also remove a plus b or comment that it will be good.
Ah, yes. I haven't practiced it.
Yes, this is the syntax.
Yes.
Okay. What is TDZ?
TDZ.
Yes. Temporal dead zone.
Temporal dead zone. Okay. TDZ. Whenever we looping something and when we go to infinite, then it shows temporary dead zone.
Okay. Do you know ES6 and its features?
Yes, ES6. It is a new feature. It is a new feature introduced in JavaScript, where we have introduced let, const, and destructuring, and uh, rest and spread operator, uh, default parameter. These are the new features introduced in ES6.
Okay. Can you tell me about the structuring of array as well as object?
Uh, can I show you with examples?
Okay.
Uh, Destructuring means, suppose we have here let array1 equals to here you will take 1, 2, 3. So this is this structure of array. Suppose we console here 1, we will get a JavaScript. 1. Line number 43, we will get to JavaScript. Yes, this structure of array.
Okay. Can we add default value for anything? For any
Here,
parameters?
yes, we can add here.
Okay. What is a higher order function?
Higher order functions, a function which is a function which are passed as an argument in another function, which a function which accepts another function as an argument is called as higher order functions. Basically, we have higher order functions: map, filter, reduce, find. These are some of the higher order functions in JavaScript.
What is the difference between sum and every?
Sum and every, basically sum and every. These are the higher order functions. Every we can we get in every we get an object. It checks every every object in an array, and it returns object.
And what about sum?
I don't know.
Okay. What is the difference between map and filter methods?
Both are the higher order functions, map and filter. Basically, we want to double something. We use a map, and it returns an array. And in filter, we can filter the elements. In map, the new array is same. New array has the same element as of uh, old array. In filter methods, we get different array, and
The
it
length is
filters.
changed.
Yes.
Okay. What is mean by shallow copy and deep copy?
Sorry, I haven't.
Okay. Do you know the rest operator and spread operator?
Yes, I know rest and spread operator. It is introduced in E6.
Can you describe about it?
Okay.
Something.
So rest and spread operator means basically here suppose spread operator, basically here suppose we have console log. Both have same syntax. Rest operator, we use spread operator to spread the elements. Suppose here array 1. Now it will cut the array, and it will return us elements like this. And rest operator is also have same syntax, whereas if let suppose let comma react let 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and dot backend skills and array 1. Now here we will get in backend skill. This is the syntax. Here we will get array. In REST operator, it returns an array where it adds all these three in a backend script. At line number 43, we can see here.
Okay. What is mean by promises and why we use it?
So promises are objects in the JavaScript. Basically, promises are used to handle the asynchronous behavior, and it is a way to handle asynchronous behavior in JavaScript. Whereas we can use a callback functions, but in callback functions, when we use a callback functions, it become a pyramid-like structure called as callback tail, and to make it in promise, it makes it readability better. That's why we use a promise, and promise has a four states: promise settled, promise resolved, promise uh, yes, promise resolved, promise settled, promise error means promise failed.
What is async await?
Async await, it is the synthetical sugar coating over promises. It is not in JavaScript basically. It gives us a better error handling and better readability than promise. We
Okay,
need a
then what?
promise to use it.
Fetch method?
Base
Fetch method.
fetch.
Yes.
Yes, basically fetch. Can I show you with example or should I tell?
Okay.
Fetch basically we use to paste the data from the URL. I show you one example.
Okay.
Basically, fetch method returns a promise. Then we will get response. Data. Listen. Also returns a promise. We have to use then method response. Yes, we get the data.
Okay. What is the difference between session storage and local storage?
Then the types of web storages. Session storage, it stores the data for the session. In local storage, if we store the data until we don't delete it or don't clear the local storage, it don't get clear. And in session storage, as soon as we leave that tab or we close our window, it will get vanished. It will get clear.
How to convert a JSON data into a normal object?
We have JSON dot stringify method. JSON dot parse, basically JSON dot parse to make JSON
Yes.
to this.
What is the difference between call, bind, and apply?
Oh, sorry, I haven't read it.
Do you know memoization?
Memoization?
Memoization, yes.
No, sorry.
Okay, we will start with Angular.
Okay.
What is mean by directive in Angular?
Directive basically these are the instructions. Uh, it these are the instructions to the DOM.
Wait, I think
We have structural directive, attribute directive, and component directive. In structural directive we have ng if. In structural directive structure, it changes the structure of the DOM. uh, Structural directive ng if star ng if and star ng if and star ng for, and in attribute directive we have ng class, ng style, and in structural ng switch is also there, star ng switch.
what are the decorators in Angular and its types?
Decorators basically there are different types of decorators. It changes the behavior of the class. uh, Input decorator, output decorator, and input decorator, output decorator, at the rate pipe, at the rate service, changes the behavior of the class.
What are the services?
Services are basically used to create a singleton object. Uh, only one time instantiated service. Service only instantiated only once in the lifetime of Angular application. Basically, we use service to make an API call to get the data and to use that data in all over the our Angular application. We inject the service to get the data from that service.
What is mean by inline template?
Inline template means we can in TS we can write a template without creating its HTML.
Okay. What is ng model?
Ng module, it is a decorator. Ng module, uh, ng module decorator, we used this to in forms module. If we want to use a template form, we use the ng module.
Okay. What are the life cycle hooks we have in Angular?
Basically, we have ng on changes, ng on init, ng do check, ng view init, ng view after init, ng on destroy. Basically, ng on changes it. Basically, I use ng on init. It initialize on the initialization of the whenever the page loaded, first method ng on init is initialized, and ng on destroy, whenever we subscribe in observable, in ng on destroy, it destroys.
Okay. What is the difference between constructor and ng on init?
Constructor, it is a part of a TypeScript class, and ng on it is the lifecycle hook, and ng on init we we write a we write business logic in ng on init, and constructor basically we use to inject the services which we need to use in Angular application, and ng on init before ng on init constructor is called, and ng on init is called after the constructor. These are the basic differences.
Okay. You told me constructor called first, then ng on init.
Yes.
Then why will write our logic in ng on init and not write in constructor?
Basically, we are the as per the Angular application, we are directed to write the business logic in ng on init. and basically constructors are designed to inject the services we to make it a proper structured application. Basically, we use structure constructor to inject the services.
Okay, because constructor is means initialized only once,
Ah,
and
yes.
ng on unit initialize with every time when component is rendered in the browser. That's why we write our code. Means if
Okay.
any make changes, that also get changed here.
Okay.
What is routing?
Routing in Angular, we use routing to navigate from one page to another page. Basically, uh, routing with the help of router link instead of href. Router link make our page one single page application, and yes, router link we use for that.
What is the difference between JIT and AOT?
Just in time compilation and ahead of time compilation. In Angular 8, it is introduced AOT, ahead of time compilation. While building the application, it compiles, which makes our application faster. But in JIT, just in time compilation before Angular 8, it it makes our application slow. After making the application, it started to load the components and other things.
What is the difference between lazy loading and preloading?
Lazy loading means basically we lazy loading, it loads the all the modules, pipes, all the services that are we need in Angular application uh, every whenever needed. But in preloading, it loads uh, if we don't need it also, which makes our application slow and heavy. In lazy loading, it loads as per the need of the application user.
Okay. What is the difference between subject, behavior subject and replay subject?
Subject, it is a basically it is a special type of observable given by RxJS, uh, where we use subject to transfer data from different component, and subject, it is also behave as a observable as well as observer. In behavior subject and subject, there is a single difference that we have to pass the value in behavior subject, whereas it is not necessary to pass the value in subject.
What are the routing hooks we have?
Routing hooks.
Yes.
We have auth, can activate, can deactivate, can activate child.
Do you heard about resolver?
Yes, I have used it also. Resolver basically we use to get the data before in constructor, which makes our application faster. Before in ng on init, before ng on init, we get the data.
What is data binding in Angular?
Basically, data binding means basically we have data binding like component to HTML to TS. We have event binding and string interpolation from TypeScript to HTML, and property binding. And it is basically we have two-way data binding introduced in Angular.
Suppose I want to transfer the data between two components which has a parent-child relationship.
Yes.
What do you use?
So to transfer the data between parent-child relations, we can use a output decorator.
Only output decorator.
Yes, output and input decorator. Suppose
Can
we
you
want.
show me the example for output decorator?
Sorry, I haven't used it basically.
Okay. What do you mean by async pipe?
Async pipe, async pipe basically we use async pipe to subscribe and unsubscribe the observable.
Okay. Take an array
Okay.
in Angular.
Okay. Yes.
Can you share the screen?
Okay.
Create an array of names.
Is it visible?
Yes. Take array of string, anything.
Okay. Name. Yes.
Okay. Show it in the list form and add a filter pipe on it.
Filter pipe.
Yes. First, show this in the list.
Yes.
Okay. Add means filter pipe on it. Create a filter pipe.
I haven't created filter pipe. I don't know how to create a filter.
Can you create a filter pipe then? Yes.
No, sir.
Okay. I'm sharing an array in chat box. Copy that array.
Yes. Where should I paste?
No, in Angular.
Ah, yes.
Now I want output as a string and in which I want name like John hyphen Alice hyphen Bob.
I haven't get a question.
Means I want name of all the objects.
Okay, only objects.
Yes,
In
in the
here.
string.
In
No,
the
you can show here.
here.
Yes, you can show me on console. See, I have given the format. I want in this format.
John Alice.
Name of the all object.
Okay. First, I need to make it object, right?
What? Yes, only name of the each object.
So these names are in stringify format.
Yes, you need to iterate an array, na? Then you get the.
Sorry, I don't know.
Okay. Can you make it in JavaScript? Means
I have to check it. Here I am using JavaScript.
see here element is means you are getting single name.
Yes.
Do you know any method that converts it into means
String.
array to a string. Okay, can you create a template driven form?
Template driven form.
Yes, for your name, your name and age.
Concept of how to import in first.
Create only for your name and your name. take this function outside NG or in it.
Oh, I don't know here. I don't remember.
Have you added forms module?
Yes, I had it.
Okay, check after the interview. I have completed from my side. Do you have any question for me?
No, I don't.
Okay, bye. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
May I leave?
Hello, yes?
May I leave?
Yes, yes, you can use.